She went to Australia 20 years ago as a nursing student. And over the years, she's worked hard and grown from a nurse to an investor in both Australia and her home country, Kenya. In Australia, she owns a staffing and nursing agency in Perth City. And in Kenya, this is her investment. A 7-story building with 28 apartments in Shanzu, Mombasa. Well, I'm talking about Veronica Momira Mwihaki, our guest on Daring Abroad today.
I've always been a risk taker.
Also ahead on my Magical Kenya segment, the floating restaurant in Mtwapa. Welcome, I'm Alex Chamwada, and this is Veronica's story. In December 2019, the project was at ground zero. I met Veronica here when she had visited Kenya to kickstart the construction.
Africa is calling, obvious, Alex. They say, people are coming to Africa to invest, and the Kenyans are going out of Africa. But now the diaspora market, or the people of diaspora, are coming back to invest. I have a passion to give back to Kenya. About 1.5 years later, the results can be seen. Georgia Luxury Apartments are now one of the towering projects in Shanzu, Mombasa, along the Mombasa-Kilifi Highway. And from the top of the building, as the construction enters the final stages, the ocean view is clear. No sooner had the project started than the COVID-19 pandemic disrupted normal business. And Veronica has been managing it all the way from Australia. I reached out to her to get her feeling on the progress so far. The progress has been amazing. 2020 has been really hard for everyone with the COVID, but we were determined. It's challenging, but I've managed to supervise the project. So I have sent my lead consultant over to oversee the project. He's been there for the last 6 months, and I have consultants on ground who we are communicating often through Zoom and Teams, so it's been fine. What inspired you, or what made you invest in this project, Veronica? Basically, I've lived half of my life in Australia. I've served Australia being a public servant. I'm a registered nurse and a midwife. I'm an entrepreneur. I've left the continent, but my heart is always still thinking about the continent. So as my husband is a builder, I said, what can I give back to the community? So that's what inspired me, and I've come back to Kenya to do the project in the real estate. And I know I have done a couple of real estate in Australia. I do build houses, I do rental, I do sell houses. So I have that background knowledge. I'm not starting from green. So I just wanted to test the waters in Kenya. For Veronica, it has been even more challenging because she is in the healthcare sector, meaning she had even bigger responsibilities amid the COVID-19 pandemic, given the nature of her work as a caregiver. I've always been a risk taker. It's very challenging, so I had to think out of the box and be able to manage that COVID situation while I'm here. I have an agency in Australia, a business called Oscare, a staffing agency. So I had to make those tough decisions and be very strategic in how to run two companies from different globe, from Africa and from Australia. Running an organization where I have 4 departments and employing more than 500 staff. It's been challenging, but touch wood, I've managed it. But on site in Shanzu, she knew everything would be fine as her lead consultant, Tony Debor, was in charge. We sought to find out from Tony why these apartments are unique.
The uniqueness of this place, an Australian design, you've got your alfresco areas to your open kitchens, as you see. You do not see any beams or pillars, and it's just fine lines. This is a home. It's a flow-on place, so everything flows. You can see you've got enough lighting everywhere. We've got a 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom, It's got an SQ with a bathroom, it's got a rooftop pool for the kids, and there's actually a kid pool in that rooftop pool. We're literally 5 minutes walk from the beach.
The project, which is expected to be completed in December 2021, is targeting both local and diaspora clients.
It's about a 50-50 mix at the moment, isn't it? About 50% of the people that are calling us are from outside of Kenya, and then you've got about 50% from Nairobi. We're getting a lot of interest from overseas. A few retirees that are coming over that want to spend their life in Mombasa, and they're buying apartments as well. And SBN Bank are dealing with clients outside as well. So now they'll accept clients from outside. Before, in the old days, banks wouldn't accept income from overseas, but now they're accepting it. So they're working with people from overseas to buy apartments as well.
Let's now walk you through the showroom.
So Alex.
It's nice, Tony.
Yes,
Wow.
welcome to our home.
Thank you.
It's a few years in the making, but now we're finally here.
Yeah.
As you can see, it's actually come out better than what we've thought it was going to come out.
Wow. So this is the kitchen area?
Yes, it's an open kitchen, but a lot of people, some people have expressed wanting a closed kitchen, which, it's not Australian, but we have made it so you can close it if you want. Okay?
Yeah.
Well, you can see there's enough room for a double fridge. There's also piping for if you want water in the fridge. So you've got your 6 burner or 5 burner this is, plus the oven. In the future apartments there will be a room for a dishwashing machine here. Okay, Alex, this is the lounge room area, or sitting room, I should say. Sitting room, we know, yes, you know it as a sitting room. We call it a lounge room. You can see it's very relaxing, plenty of room for everybody.
This is symbolic of Australia.
Oh yes, yes, he's come around. He actually drove my car all the way here. So we had to bring something from Australia to say it's definitely Australian. Yes, this is what we're very, very excited about. We've got an alfresco area that you can entertain up to 20 guests.
I like the colour scheme.
Yes, my interior designer is very good. She came in right at the last minute and she did it within 2 weeks. It was amazing what she did. It's a silicone paint. Silicone paint is meant for external walls. Mombasa still uses internal paint for external walls, and that's why they fade in a couple of years. Because as you see around, flake, mould. Another thing is we're big on is no mould. All this is waterproofed. All our bathrooms are waterproofed. If we do get mould somewhere, the body corporate will take care of it.
Okay, no mould.
No mould.
So this can stay like this for a while?
That is guaranteed. The paint companies, paint companies will guarantee that for 15 years.
15 years.
15 years. Whereas they only guarantee the other paints for 2 years. Okay.
And I can see this?
The relaxing chair.
Relaxing chair.
Yes. I've always wanted one. Yes. Now I'm going to show you the bedroom, the main bedroom. This is what the ladies love.
Wow.
So, and then of course you've got the main bedroom area here. Plenty of room. Now we can go into the bathroom here, which is just around the corner. As you can see, it's spacious with a bath.
The price of an apartment here varies, ranging from 16 million to 22 million Kenya shillings, depending on the floor.
Ground floor, the side apartments are 16M. The one that you're standing in at the moment, that's 16.5M. This one has actually been sold already. So the person came in, he didn't even go anywhere else, did he? And he just said, yep, I'm buying this one. And that's it. So then they vary. So they go from 16, 16.5, 17, 18. The fifth floor, I think, is 19.
19 million.
19 million for the fifth floor. You get actually ocean views from the fourth floor. All right, but the difference with us is we have a rooftop swimming pool, an infinity pool. So you're sitting in the pool, it looks like you're in the ocean. And that's for everybody.
Wow, quite different, quite unique. And on that note, we take a short break. When we return, just how is Veronica managing this project all the way from Australia? Welcome back. Today we are featuring Veronica Mumira Mwihaki, a Kenyan who went to Australia 20 years ago as a nursing student, and she worked hard and she's invested in both Australia and her home country, Kenya.
Veronica is in Perth City, Australia currently, but her project in Shansu, Mombasa has been going on well in her absence.
So Veronica, how are you able to monitor this project? Because you are in Perth City, Australia, and it's going on in Shansu.
We have worked with some IT company, which we have live CCTV, which monitors the site. So basically, I feel I'm in Kenya. I can see what's happening on the ground. I zoom in during management meetings, and I know what's happening. So it's been great.
Veronica's love for Mombasa is not by accident. She was brought up in Likoni, and little did she know that she would end up living and working in Australia. She left at the age of 20, and coincidentally, it is 20 years now since she began that journey of daring abroad. Contrary to expectation, she says she has funded this project not through bank loans, but through her own savings from her sweat in Australia.
I didn't borrow any loans, so the money I've saved and with what I'm doing in Australia has helped me to manage to fund that project in Kenya. So it's been not easy, but I was very determined that I need to show Kenyans that even though one door is not opened, you can still push yourself to the limit and make it happen. So I've done it from my own pocket, unfortunately, but I'm proud of where things are.
Veronica's story is one that will uplift her colleagues in nursing. Think big. You can be more than just a nurse, she says, while emphasizing that once a nurse, one will always be a nurse.
Alex, nursing it's a calling. It's a very challenging professional. You have to be very empathetic. You have to love what you're doing. But at the same time, it's a very strenuous professional. But for me, I had the entrepreneur in me. So I started to become an entrepreneur when I was in Kenya, because I used to work for my mom. My mom used to have a clinic in Likoni Wananchi Clinic, and that's where my entrepreneur skills started. And I've always had this business acumen. So, I want to tell people out there, if there is an opportunity, make use of it.
Back to Veronica's Shansu project, and it is a dream come true. What was just a plan when I met her here in December 2019 is now a reality. How time flies.
I'm here coming to sell you guys a dream house. Make sure you come and grab this contemporary, modern Australian feel of your apartments.
One thing that cannot be overlooked is that in any sector, COVID-19 has taught people how to work smart.
You can be a nurse, but the nursing career can open a lot of doors. You don't have to be just employed to be a nurse. You can be able to use the skill set of a nurse. You can be able to do training, to become a trainer. You can be able to open your own business agency. So there's a lot of opportunity out there as a nurse. So all the nurses out there, all the people in diaspora, when you're out here, you've learned, acquired knowledge from the Western world, from America, Germany, India, whatever place you are. Use that knowledge, use that skill set, and expand your horizon.
And it was a pleasure talking to you again. This was a follow-up of your story, and it's quite interesting to see how the project here has progressed. Thank you for this time. Thank you for your interview.
Thank you, Alex, and thank you, Kenyans. I'm looking forward for you to come and buy an apartment, your dream apartment, a dream holiday in Mombasa, and you're gonna get the quality you're looking for. You won't be disappointed with Veronica and Angie Group.
Interesting and quite ambitious. Congratulations are in order for Veronica Mumira, and she's encouraging Kenyans across the globe to invest back home. Time now for my Magical Kenya segment, a segment in which we seek to showcase Kenya to the world. Who knows? There are those who may want to dare here.
My Magical Kenya, brought to you by Charms Adventures.
It's magical and it's floating in its own class. Yes, welcome to the Moorings, Kenya's original floating restaurant, situated on the north coast of Mombasa. The restaurant is floating on the Mtwapa Creek with a great waterfront setting and a spectacular view. To be a little more specific, it is located in Mtwapa, Kilifi County, near the bridge that separates Mombasa and Kilifi counties.
We are the only floating restaurant. We are here daily open. It's quite a unique feature and people like to come and enjoy it. Anyone who comes to the coast, they don't want to leave before they come and visit it.
The tranquility and charm of the floating restaurant is one of its key selling points.
This is magical because you cannot get much of what we have here in any other place. It's simply unmatched.
The restaurant is known for fresh local seafood, among other delicacies.
Recently, we have also opened up a new segment up. We call it the Gym Club, where people who want nyama choma can also try it out. We also have a sports bar where they can watch super sport, Formula 1 and football.
The Moorings was built in 1994.
It's a place where you like to do, if you like to do a private party, people can go there and have an exclusive party if they want. It can be a birthday party, stag night, hen party, or anything like that, yeah. We also have boating activity if you want. We are going to do half-hour trips, full-hour trips. Only for 500 shillings you can go for a half-an-hour ride on the boat. Minimum of 4 people and a maximum of 10. We have a boat which we call Nguva. Nguva is Swahili for mermaid. That's why you see mermaid as you come down to the restaurant.
I frequent Moorings most of the times because I love the ambience, I love the food, especially the seafood. It's epic and it's just the right place to be.
I live in Ireland, Dublin, and I came here with my daughter as a holiday as well as home. I feel more free in Kenya, and I feel more free because you have your family here, and
You feel at home.
I feel at home, of course. I feel at home, and everybody, you know what it is in Kenyans. There's always a smile, even if the COVID is there.
COVID has really affected us negatively because our peak business is at night. So even during the good times, we never had so much business daytime, especially weekdays. But now with this curfew, we have to close by 9 o'clock. That cuts out a big chunk of our income.
On a spring tide day that is about 4 meters, marine engineers have made it possible for you to walk down when you arrive and walk up when you leave, meaning whether the restaurant is at its normal level or is raised up by a tide, you are safe. A visit to the Moorings would be incomplete without showcasing your karaoke skills.
Karaoke happens every Saturday from 4:45 up to 9:45. We used to have it from 7 to midnight before this COVID came in place. We also try to entice guests by recognizing whoever is singing best on the day. We give them a special prize, special gift that they take home as a souvenir to remember Moorings.
Just feel at home.
And the restaurant's DJ, Stanley Comoras, sought to make things here even more epic. He has composed a signature tune for the restaurant that sends patrons to the dance floor whenever played.
Kule baharini tukajivinjari. At the Moorings we can float, we can take a boat on sea. Yeah. Karibu nyumbani, karibu Mtwapa. No place like Kenya, no place like home.
With the setting sun bringing even more magic. And that's the floating magic of the Moorings.
Great. Indeed, Daring Abroad has evolved, and we are now able to showcase the link between the diaspora and Kenya. And we are glad you are part of this growth. Remember, today we featured Veronica Mumira Mwihaki, who went to Australia 20 years ago as a nursing student, and she's worked so hard. She's now an investor in both Australia and Kenya. Quite inspiring. We are glad you found time to be with us, and let's do it again next time. Many thanks for watching.